Here we go. Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to this CTFO Zoom event. My name is Adam Levy from Canton, Connecticut. So excited that you could all join us here tonight. Wherever you are, whenever you're listening, we're glad you're here. We've got some special guests on the line that are going to be sharing some great information with you all. As always, so much fun to get together with everybody. I see a lot of people plugged in here tonight. Great job. First thing I want to do is start off by congratulating Craig Davis, who won the weight loss challenge, the first weight loss challenge. He won an extra $2,000. Don't spend that all in one place at an ice cream parlor. Craig, how are you doing, buddy?
Good, very good. Yeah, everybody's talking about all this this and virus that. And last week I wasn't on the call because I came down with a real bad case of strep. And then I Googled it and found out that adult strep is actually, they got like 400 different variants, and it's going around and people are getting it. And I'd had it before, so that's why I knew what it was. And out of 13 symptoms, I had all 13 symptoms. So I think it was a pretty good call.
Well, we're glad you took the day off, the night off last week to get better. Obviously you're an RN, so you know, bed rest is a good thing on that. But tell us a little bit about this weight loss. I mean, we heard you on the event, and tell us where you're headed next, because I know you're signed up for the next weight loss challenge, which, you've already lost a pile of weight. So I'm not sure you can win the second one, but you're going to give some people a run for their money, I'm sure.
Yeah, because I dedicated the first weight loss challenge to David Kimberly. David was actually a personal friend of mine from another company, and he died back in 2019. But this man is the epitome of health. He was like 2 to 3% body weight, body fat, and that's where. With this challenge, that's where I'm going. I may not be able to make it by June, but definitely by September, which is what I had said, as part of my story for the challenge, that I would do a bodybuilding competition no later than September. I'm waiting for Leah. They're supposed to do the photo shoot. So she said that, I said, well, hey, if you want to fly me out to Reno, I'm available. Just put me on the plane and I'll be there. And they said, no, they wanted to keep me here in Myrtle Beach. And I said, fine, but good luck trying to find a photographer, because I did it hoping that I could find somebody that could catch the definition that I'm enjoying from, the weight loss.
Sure.
No, she hasn't gotten back to me yet.
And you're at 37, was it 37 pounds you lost?
Yeah, and I'm actually down like 41 at this point.
Wow. Fantastic.
And I might have to.
Right.
Oh, I say I might have to bulk up a little bit before I do the second challenge.
Gotcha. Well, hey, congratulations again. Great job representing this group and representing CTFO for winning that first challenge. We're really excited about that, and look forward to seeing your bodybuilding shots when those arrive. All right, listen, I want to get to the main event here. Again, thank you all for joining us. We have quite a few people that have hopped on here tonight, and I was chatting with my buddy Mike Swilling. Many of you know him. If you haven't met him yet, Presidential Director Mike Swilling has joined us. Good friend of mine for many, many years. We went to high school together. I actually introduced him to network marketing. He had a great corporate job, and I was hanging around in my flip-flops making money from home, and he thought that might be a good idea. I also had a better tan than him always. So he ended up getting involved, and we've been fast friends ever since. And we're so glad to have Michael on. But Mike has lost quite a bit of weight, and we want to talk about that and also marketing. So Mike, welcome to the Zoom.
Yeah, thank you so much, Adam. Appreciate you. Yes, our friendship goes back many years, man. You've always been my mentor. I've always appreciated you, and certainly have learned a lot from you, not just in terms of relationships in terms of network marketing, but also weight loss. I've always looked up to you, and you've been my go-to guy all the years I've struggled, and you know I've struggled with weight loss, and I would gain it or lose it, but would always be able to come to you, hey, how many carbs are in this? And what do you think about that? And what do you think about, what's it called? Not the fasting, what's it called?
Intermittent fasting?
Intermittent fast. I would always call you for things, and you were always have always, and continue to be a guru on good recipes and stuff like that. So it's good.
Well, you've really hit it out of the park this time, because I know you've struggled, and for those that haven't seen Mike's before and afters yet, I'll share those real quick with you all. This is just absolutely incredible. I got to tell you, we've done weight loss in the past together, and you always lost a few pounds here and there, but you always had that shape, just like your dad had, that similar shape. And here you are now. You can see it in your face. You can see it obviously in your stomach. That's where most of us guys lose it anyway, right? And you've done that in a relatively short period of time. So it was, I think, 30 pounds in 90 days is what you did, right? Now, the thing I want to point out about this is, by the way, congratulations. That's just phenomenal. I hope you can stick with that and keep that going, because, and I'll ask you how you feel about it, but I also do want to talk about the marketing that has happened. This is the post that Mike did on his own timeline, and we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. But before we do, Mike, just talk to us a little bit about just what you've noticed from a health standpoint, losing 30 pounds.
Sure. Well, I always had an innie belly button that turned into an outie belly button, and it's now an innie again. So that's something that I've noticed in a very, very big way. I got to a point where, it was difficult for me to cut my own toenails because I couldn't reach over when my stomach was out there. I would most of my shirts that I wore, I would never tuck them in. I felt that if I wore shirts outside, a shirt, it would hide the big bulge of my stomach. Just everything, sleeping better, feeling better, energy better. I mean, there was a period of my time where I was so addicted to caffeine, I would go down to the Sam's Club, which is similar to like a Costco's, or I'm not sure people have like wholesale places, and I would buy by the case Monster energy drinks. Now, to Adam's credit, they were the no sugar, no carb ones that they had. So I thought I was doing good to myself when I wasn't. And I would drink those like they were just water. And I would be flying for maybe an hour and then crashing and then drinking another one. And it was just an awful, awful cycle. I would get up and literally I was addicted to them. I'd buy them a case at a time, and I needed them just to get through the day. When I started with Shape and Burn, I was very discouraged because for me, I took one. I'm like, I feel nothing. I'm like, this. How am I going to lose weight just taking one here? And then I started to realize everybody was different, and my success was based on when I took 2 at a time, or I took 3 in a day, and sometimes 4 in a day. It was just magical things that were happening. I was always, and sometimes still am, but my biggest reasons that I think I got to where I was is that after eating, I'd still be hungry. So I was never full. Even though I was full, my mind was telling me I was always hungry. Big time snacker, late at night, and particularly before going to bed. I'm looking at my refrigerator right now. I could probably take 2 steps. My refrigerator is right there. So when you're working all day and it's right there, and so that's a difficult thing to get up and take a snack. I think for me so I got off of the Monster energy drinks. I don't need coffee at all anymore. I used to need it now. I drink coffee only because what happened recently with the news about CBDA and CBGA. I take the coffee, the CBDA coffee, and I mix in Bliss to get those because of what they said that's been happening in the world today within the Oregon study. So I take that, and then because the keto creamer, I love keto creamer. I heard about that. I think it was even you, Adam, that told me about MCT oil, and it gives you energy. And I was the guy that go out there and get grass-fed organic butter, a certain type of coconut oil, and I would add it to my coffee. Now I take CTFO's keto creamer, and I absolutely love it. And then, of course, I do the extreme shake. I get great recipes from Adam. We talk about the recipes. Today I went light. I didn't even use, so I'll usually add some, either Adam says blueberries or any kind of a berry's good, a strawberry, a blueberry, anything you got a raspberry. Got to be a berry in it to keep the carbs down.
Got to be a berry to keep those down. Can't do bananas.
But I use almonds, soy milk. I put it in there. So, but it's giving me energy, feel better. It was no suffering at all. None. I don't crave. I don't feel hungry. Like right now, I'm not hungry at all. I just, it satisfies me through the day, which is unbelievable. So I can tell you though, from a marketing standpoint of how many to take and what to do, everybody's different. Some people take it, they take one and like, ooh, this thing is unbelievable, or it's too much, or whatever it is. And then some people, that's what I always say, I just got on it and said, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it every day. I'm going to commit to this. And you have to know your body to try different things. I don't know if it was the actual green pill itself that was burning the fat, or it was that it gave me more energy. The biggest thing is it controlled my appetite. And that was the thing that I struggled with. It was a big appetite control.
It is amazing. It is amazing that the appetite control. I got to say, I mean, I have a control over my appetite for the most part because I eat mostly low carb, but still not like when I'm on this product. When I'm on this product, I forget to eat lunch because I'm not hungry. The day goes by and I go, oh, shoot, it's 5 o'clock. I didn't eat lunch. Oh, well, I guess I'll just have an early dinner. Right. Now, it's not maybe the best way to go, but you're going to lose weight if that happens. The whole point is that craving situation, if it did nothing else and that's all it did, that product would be a home run, but that's so much more. Yeah. Good. So, Mike, I hate to cut you off, but let's talk about the marketing side of things. You did that post, and amazing things have happened just since you did that post 24 hours ago.
Correct. So, I post all the time, and I've been posting since Facebook's been around, and I occasionally get a like or get a comment, whatever it is, whether it's been CBD, whether it's been CelluV, whether it's been DermaV, whatever it's been. Even when Shape and Burn came out, occasionally, I had a few people say, what's this about, so on and so forth. But I went ahead and took a before and after picture, and I didn't realize the extent of how a visual, when it comes to weight loss, is so, I don't know if it creates a belief or it creates a want from people or creates a sense of, oh my God. And when I put that post on my Facebook page, my phone continued to ring throughout the day. My cell phone, text message after text message, private message after private message. And in almost every circumstance, it was never what's in it, what does it do, how much is it? Not one person asked me those questions. It was just, how do I get it? How do I order it? Where do I get it? That's what was happening. And all day I'm taking orders, I'm sending people to my site, I'm getting messages, emails, this person signed up, this person signed up, this person signed up, this person ordered, this person ordered. And most of the people were people I haven't spoken to in, some from high school, Adam, some from back in the 80s. Not one conversation, not one instant message, not one phone, nothing, no communication other than one day, probably a few years ago, you're going through and you said, oh, I'll click that person. I remember him from high school, remember her from high school, So that was absolutely incredible. The second thing was people from college, people from work, people from, I just went to my Instagram. I don't even have enough time to get back to everyone because it's absolutely amazing. It's telling me that I'm going to be doing a call soon, right? Is that what it says?
That's what that ding is. That ding is saying that you are doing a live call at 9 p.m.
Yeah. Okay. So the so yeah, it was amazing. It was a great, 30 years. And you always feel as though you're an expert, if you've gone through everything, if you learned everything, and then it just seems that you're constantly learning in this industry, Adam. You're constantly being taught new things. And it really was amazing in weight loss, how images and pictures can continue to get people, no matter what I say or what you do or how you communicate, or you send someone a video, all those things.
Hmm.
So, I felt the sense of, wow, I mean, if you really want to help yourself and financially benefit, and more importantly, help other people with their health, because that's what we're really doing. Take a before picture, take the product, get the extreme shape, lose weight, show it afterwards. And that's what begins to happen in a really, really big way.
And and even if you only lose 15 pounds or something, and you'll see it at 15 pounds about, it's where people really notice it in your face, right?
Mhm.
That's where it starts to happen, in your face. You lose 20, 25, 30 pounds, and then you can show your whole body, and you'll see it in the face, and you'll see it everywhere. But how important is being a product of the product when we're, marketing a weight loss program the way we are? I mean, it's just such a key thing. And congratulations on all that
Thank you.
extra success. Like, you needed all those new enrollments.
Yeah. Well, it was a fun day. It's fun. It's always fun enrolling. It's always fun. No matter how big the check is on Wednesday, no matter how great things are, it's that text message or that email saying you have a new customer, and then one comes later, they just ordered. That's like, I don't know.
So I want to shift gears a little bit. You mentioned something about CBDA in the news.
Yeah.
And we've been talking to a lot of people recently about this. It's kind of created a groundswell. Here's just a couple of lines from the Forbes article about the prevention of the COVID-19 virus. And it talks about CBDA and CBGA. And then, of course, PubMed.org is what they're referring to, because there's the study. And, I don't know if you've read this, but it says these cannabinoids, isolated orange hemp extracts, have the potential to prevent as well as treat. And obviously, we can't say that our products are doing that.
Yes.
And that's not the point of this. But what's been happening, though, is that's out in the news. And when we share that information with people, what's going on in the news, and then we connect the dots with our new, Super 500, Super 1500, and of course, Super 1000. And we explain to people that you just can't find those cannabinoids, the CBDA and the CBGA, in any significant quantity anywhere on the market. It's created a lot of people kind of coming back. Do you see the groundswell that I'm seeing of interest in CBDA and this entire wave, like a second wave happening?
Yeah, I think that it's David D'Arcangelo really does a great job explaining about, I think products go through different phases. And when we first started in the CBD phase, a lot of our time was trying, I remember in the very beginning, not every person, but the biggest questions were, do you pass a drug test? Is it legal, right? What states is it legal in? And people didn't understand, they thought it was marijuana, they thought it was pot. They didn't understand the whole endocannabinoid system. They didn't understand, how CBD and all those things are out there. So fast forward to now, it's everywhere. It's at gas stations, it's at supermarkets. I mean, when I go to a golf course, it's right on the thing where they're selling CBD right on the counter there. I mean, it's everywhere. That probably at a tennis center, if you walk in the tennis center, they'll probably do it for discomfort. The challenge is 80-something% of that is not regulated, so you don't know what's in the product. It's a lot of times it's not even CBD. But in addition to that, you know, the way that I like to explain it, to people is in layman's terms. So, you know, Adam, you and I have been in nutrition forever. So if someone said, hey, I have heart concerns, we would probably say, well, fish oil is good, coenzyme Q10 is good, right? If someone said joint pain, we'd say turmeric, we would say MSM, we would say glucosamine, right?
Yeah.
The prostate, prostasoy, you know, urinary tract infection, cranberry pills. I mean, everything has something. So when it comes to the way that I look at it is CBD is almost like the multivitamin. And after years of hearing it so many times, it finally clicked that I understand that the hemp plant doesn't have CBD in it. There's no CBD in a hemp plant. It doesn't. There's CBD is not in a hemp plant. It's when you extract the process, just like there's no THC in a hemp plant. It's when you burn it that it turns into THC. So when you're extracting the CBDA or the CBG cannabinoids, it turns into CBD. So what's being sold on the market, while it has great therapeutic value, and while it is very helpful for people, the actual main ingredient that you're losing is being diminished dramatically, where there's a minute amount of the acid form, which is the part that has the most benefit in there. So what has CTFO done is they said, hey, listen, why would someone ever want to go buy CBD when you can get CBD plus CBDA in the same bottle? And they were brilliant to say at as affordable and even more affordable than what's on the market today. When you compare our product, there's no one out there that's going to have as many milligrams of CBDA and CBD in their bottle at the same price. And then when you add in Smart Ship, where starting in your third month, you're getting about a 20% discount or 20% discount. It's crazy. I mean, you can get a 500 milligram of CBDA and CBD for $40-something on auto ship. You know what I mean? If it's part of a Smart Ship program, if you're having over $100 of wholesale, is unheard of. So you've just now said, even today, all over the news today, that the NFL just invested $1 million to research CBD for their players. They're realizing that the opioids, the prescription drugs are killing people and really, really bad. So now you're taking a product that you can say, oh my goodness, we are now in a different time and age. Now it's just taking those people out there who are getting, and who wants to go to the store anyways? You know, it's click and order. It's no longer brick and order to go buy things. So you'll have more people. I think converting people is the funnest. Now you're talking to people, oh, you take CBDA? Tell me about it.
CBD.
I mean, are you taking CBD? Tell me about it. You know, where are you getting it from? You know, is it certified? Are there, you know, what's the word I'm thinking about?
COAs.
Not the COA, the good manufacturing practices. GMP certified.
GMP. Yeah.
Yeah. That alone is the whole I mean, if it's not GMP, I wouldn't buy anything that's not GMP certified, you know? So yeah, I think I like to say they did it on purpose, knowing what was going to happen with the study from Oregon, knowing what's happening with NFL, knowing that this is the craze that they're saying is going to be huge. But the timing couldn't be, we own that space. The 10X Pure CBDA and CBGA space, we own it. And it'd be great to say, hey, we're the best, but we're also the highest priced. But it's almost an oxymoron because we're the best with a patent, worldwide exclusive, 60-day money back guarantee. Can't go buy it at a store and go back in 2 months later and say, hey, you know, can I have my money back? Doesn't work that way, right? And a great referral program. People want to hear it from other people that are doing things that are out there. So,
and also now more affordable than ever. And that's, you know, we have an entry price point of the Super 500 and the Super
And if you
1000
don't-
and now the Super
Get
1500.
the gummies if you don't want to do the tincture.
And you got the gummies, which tastes amazing.
Honestly, have you tried this yet, Adam?
I haven't got those yet. No, my thought about those was always that there's better ways to get CBD, more cost-effective ways.
Yeah.
And I like the taste of this, right? So
Yeah.
I never went in on the gummies, but there are a lot of people that just look for gummies. That's all that they
So-
want. They're not interested in a tincture. They just want the gummies.
Yeah.
And now we have twice the strength on our
Yeah.
gummies.
Isn't that great?
yeah.
So I'm not a tincture guy.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
not.
Right.
I'm not. I'm a coffee. I like to get my CBD in my coffee.
Yeah.
And now this is
Mhm.
my go-to. Now I do the Bliss because it's got the CBG, and that was
Mhm.
part of the study, right? And this goes in my coffee. But I'm gonna say by the end of 6 months, this is a top 3 seller.
Really? Okay.
I just think
All right.
I
We'll
also
have you
think
back in 6 months. We'll see if that's the case.
Well, I think it has there's a mystique about it, just being a gummy. You know what I
Just
mean?
because of the gummy. Yeah.
It's a gummy. So,
All right.
and it's like candy. So,
All right. Well, listen, I'm so excited that you hopped on with us tonight.
Thank you,
We
guys.
have fun on Tuesday nights, but it's always great to have
Yeah.
somebody
yeah.
who's doing as well as you are, both in the weight loss side of things and, of course, the making money side of things. There is
All
nobody
right.
better than Mike at making money in CTFO. He is the top earner. And tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time, he will be doing the opportunity presentation. You know, the one that Stu usually does? Mike is doing that tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time. All you got to do is go to ctfowebinar.com to get to it. Build for it. Because, if you like what Mike is saying on here, I mean, he's going to have slides and the whole thing and get it all done. You do it in like 20 minutes. How long does it take?
15.
15. That's it. 15 at 9 p.m. All right. Hey, everybody.
All right, guys.
Thanks so much for joining us, Mike, and everybody, as always.
Have a good night,
Love
everyone.
you guys. Everybody have a great night. We'll see Mike
All right.
at 9 p.m. tonight. All right.
Thanks.
Bye-bye for now. Take care, everybody.